Tim, it's been obviously a week since last week. How's the sort of mood of the team and stuff, given all that's happened in between?
Yeah, obviously a lot going on last week. I think there was that initial first couple of days of wrapping our heads around obviously the news with Simo that he's no longer going to be coaching us, and I think it was that first initial couple of days of bit of uncertainty and sort of stepping in to a bit of the unknown, but then it was sort of business as usual, and I guess wanting to go out and play the right way for him.
Does everyone sort of feel, settled, I suppose, with Jared Schofield taking over now?
I think so. Obviously, Simo's been here for a while. He's been here since I've been here, so we're still sort of adjusting, but what an opportunity for Scully, to further his coaching experience, and we're just trying to move on, and Scully's in charge now, and
What did you guys make of the game on the weekend? Have you had a chance to review that?
Yeah, we sort of touched on it a little bit just then. You hate to say honourable losses. We're obviously really disappointed, but we took some steps forward against a team that's in pretty good form. So, just played in the grand final last year. So there's certainly some positives to take out of it, especially with some young boys coming in and sort of showing what they've got. So, obviously a lot of emotion from us boys going into it as well, with just the week we had and the loss we're coming off. So, disappointing that we couldn't get it done, but we'll take some positives.
Just in regards to Scully coming in, has there been a marked difference between him and Simo? Have you noticed any kind of clear differences between the two, or is it kind of he's kind of speaking from Simo's book a bit?
Yeah, look, to be honest, I haven't really noticed anything too dissimilar, other than he's in charge now. Obviously, the things we're chasing as a team moving forward, are, pretty much the same as what we've been chasing since day one of pre-season. So, it's probably a bit too early to tell, but to Scully's credit, he's pretty... he looks hungry, and he certainly looks up for the opportunity he's given, and for us as players, we just want to be fully behind him, and really get something out of his next 6 or 7 weeks. Can really set us up for next year, carry some momentum in. So for us, it's just about finishing the year off strong and continuing to go after the things that we're chasing.
On the weekend, you guys struggled against Brisbane's midfield for long periods, but the fourth quarter you completely turned the tables on them come, clearance time. What do you think changed in that final quarter, and what lessons do you take out of that heading into this weekend against the Saints?
Yeah, I think it was a pretty solid battle between us and those boys. They've got some quality players. I think we were just a bit off in the first half. They touched us around centre bounce, and you need to be in the game. You need to be strong in that area. And I think after half time we just made some little subtle adjustments. We're sort of getting beaten by what we know a little bit there in the first half. So it was sort of just getting back to playing a style that suits us, that we like. And to the boys' credit, we were able to sort of change it up and get back into the game from a centre bounce point of view. And it gave them a bit of a scare there, but wasn't good enough to get it done.
On a personal level as well, you've had a couple of injuries you've been battling throughout the season, including a knee issue. How have you been managing that? Has it impacted on how you've been able to play? Has it been something you're kind of used to, carrying a few nicks at this time of the season?
Yeah, it certainly has. It certainly has been a little bit difficult. I generally don't really play with many niggles, and I've had a pretty good run at it. So it's been a little bit frustrating since about, I think, round 3 or round 4 this year, sort of battling with a little bit of cartilage damage in my knee, fair bit of bone stress, And ultimately, I think, I was fronting up every week and playing, but from a preparation point of view, it wasn't really ideal. Not really doing a hell of a lot during the week and sort of rolling into a game. And I still front up, and I've had some good games, and I think I've probably for my own expectations, I've probably been a little bit below my best, and certainly from a consistency point of view. So it was important for me to have. I think I had about 4 or 5 weeks off. Really let my knee settle. I also had a hip flex that I was sort of initially made me stop playing. So I feel like I'm starting to get on top of those things, and starting to go into games feeling really good, and I'm able to sort of to train during the week and prepare as well as I can. So start not out of the woods yet, but starting to get on top of it.
You certainly looked freer on Sunday than you had maybe the previous couple of weeks with that. So is that something that you're going to need to look at post-season in terms of surgery, or is there a sort of a rehab method you'll need to go once the year's done?
Yeah, I'm not really too sure. I'll certainly speak with the medicos and take their advice on. It's not sort of, in writing or in concrete yet as to what it looks like at the end of the year. But I'm heading in the games. I'm able to, like I said, I'm able to train during the week and go into games feeling really good, and I'm pulling up really good as well. So whereas before it was just, can't walk for a couple of days, and then the knee sort of gets a bit of flexion back, and then you sort of roll out captain's run and go, oh yeah, feel good, and then play, and it's just not really ideal. So we'll see what happens. But I feel as if I'm starting to get on top of it.
Talked about some of the young blokes that had come in. Zane True did pretty well running through the middle for a large chunk of the game. How did you find his involvement and working with him? Yeah,
I thought he was great. Obviously someone who's had to work really hard for his opportunity, and he's had a few niggles as well. They've sort of delayed him getting an opportunity. So for him to come in and play the way he did, I thought he was sharp, he was clean. He was pretty fundamentally sound and put on a heap of pressure as well. And at times, we needed him to go to Lockie Neal and play on him for a bit as well. And I thought he relished the opportunity, and he's going to continue to grow and learn from experiences like that.
Tim, do you expect you'll need another rest before the end of the year?
Myself?
Yeah.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Like I said, I feel as if I'm starting to get on top of this. That little break I had was pretty important because, like I said, just how I was before, it just wasn't really ideal from a preparation point of view. So, I hope not. Continue to go into games feeling good and pull up good. It's obviously important as well. So we'll see how we go, but I don't plan on.
How's Tyler Brockman and his ankle?
It's a little bit swollen. I'm not really too sure. Haven't really heard much. I think there'll be a bit of a question mark over him this week. So see how it plays out.
We know that Liam won't play. Have you spoken to him at all since the head knock on Sunday? No,
I actually haven't. I think he was. I probably spoke to him a little bit, like sort of during the game, and he seemed okay. He seemed good, which is a positive. Obviously we'll miss him this week. He's in protocols, but hopefully all things go well. He'll be back in the team next week, and certainly going to miss his leadership and what he brings this week, no doubt.